Okay, this is the video solution for the today's Hackaday July Easy 20 contest. The question is a TV remote. Okay, the solution for this question I found little tricky. Okay, the solution is the question is you are watching a TV in which you have a TV remote or having only three options, whether to go forward channel or backward channel or increase the volume. So if you are at a channel X, you can in the next step you can increase the volume of X. It does not change the channel, or you can go to the next channel and you can come to the backward channel. The question is, if you are starting by say if you are at 0th channel, and in the next step you can go to 1th channel or -1th channel. Yeah, here I am -1. He just think it's hypothetically. You can go to -1. So the solution is you have to find number of ways that you can go using this remote and do n steps and come back to the 0th channel again. So if you see the constraint, I think it is the time complexity program. T is 100 and n is 10 power 5, and simply it can be made like this, that every time you have three choices, so you can have 3 power n choices, and you calculate each of the 3 power n choices by suppose say that you are at starting, you have 0, you have three choices. You increase the volume, which will be again 1. If you increase the channel, it's 1. If you decrease the channel, -1. Again 3 chances, again 3, and again 3. So if you calculate all the 3 power n choices and see how many of those choices will have channel as the 0, but the time complexity is 3 power n is too much huge, and this can be reduced to half n. And let me say how it can reduce to half n log n, sorry. And since n is only 10 power 5, it is easily passed the test. Suppose this can be converted into the solution of binomial exponential. So since you have every time you have choices whether to increase the channel or decrease the channel, or have the volume, increase the volume of the channel, I will say that all the choices will be present in the expansion of this binomial expansion. That's and the quotient of the each binomial, the quotient in this binomial expansion will the number of ways that it can reach that channel. That is, the binomial expansion of this one is x power k1 x power k c k1 into x power k1 c k2 into x power k2, and so on, like x power minus infinity c minus infinity, and so on, c minus 1 into x power minus 1, c 0 into x power 0, and c 1 into x power 1, c 2 into x power 2, and so on, c infinity into x infinity. And c0 is our required. Here c the quotients are the number of ways that it can reach that channel. For suppose here c1 x1, there are c1 number of ways that it can reach the channel 1. There are c0 number of ways that it can reach the 0th channel, and what we trying to find out is the c0, right? So let us go through the solution. Let us go through the solution clearly. We want to find out the c0, that is the number of ways that it can reach to 0th channel after. So it can be the exponential can be find out in this way. If you expand the exponential, it can be written as which is okay, right? And if you expand it, it will be in the form and we want the 0th quotient. So it means in the numerator I want the quotient of the x power n, which will be cancelled with the denominator x power n. So we need the quotient of, and we know that the binary expansion of is the expansion of the binomial expansion of a plus b plus c whole power n is n factorial by p1 factorial, p2 factorial, p3 factorial into m power p1, p1 power p1 to c1 power p3, where p1 plus p2 plus p3 equal to n. So in this one, the binary expansion of 1 plus x square on will be n factorial into n2, the can be written as and we want this p2 plus 2p3 to be 1 n, and we also know that p1 plus p2 plus p3 equal to, so it is implies that p1 equal to p3, right, from these two equations. And we need to sum all the here it is the sum such that the binary expansion is this one, where the p1 plus p2 plus p3 so yeah, it can be find in this way. You put 1, p3 equal to 1, and p1 will be n minus 1, n minus 2, p2 equal to n minus 4, and so on. And for each of the case, you will find n factorial by p1, p2 whole factorial into p3 factorial into p3 factorial. And this term can be find in O of n. Now how this can be find in O of n is, since in fact we need the quotient percentage of mod, not exactly c naught percentage mod, since c naught is very huge number. So if we need, first we'll calculate we'll calculate 1 factorial, 2 factorial, 3 factorial, and n factorial in O of n. While calculating 3 factorial, calculate 2 factorial into 3 percentage mod. Like suppose say we have two arrays, one is fact array, which will calculate in where fact I represent I factorial percentage mod, and fact I can be calculated in this way. Fact I equal to fact I minus 1 into I percentage mod. Suppose say you calculated fact I. Suppose you calculated fact I. Then it is pretty sure. Now we have to calculate. It is pretty sure that the calculation of fact I will require of n time complexity, right? Because each of the it will take off. Fact I will can be find in O of n, and for each of the element we can find in O of n. So complete time complexity will be O of n. And if you want to calculate this term, you can calculate in this way, that P2 factorial can be written as percentage mod, can be written as P2 factorial mod minus 2 if mod 2 is prime, and it is given mod is nothing but, so not mod 2, mod is nothing but 1e9 plus 1e9 plus 7. That's okay. So we need to calculate this one, and we can calculate this one in of mod. So the term of n power is nothing but fact n into inverse fact of P2 into inverse fact of P3 whole square. And note, while calculate fact n, calculate inverse fact also. Inverse fact of I is nothing but fact of I percentage power mod minus 2 percent, mod minus 2 percentage mod. So once you can calculate n factorial P3 whole factor for given P2 comma P3, iterate sum all the possible cases of P2 and P3 such that P2 plus 2P3 is 1 n. The answer will be the same thing. Thanks. If anyone having any doubt, please reply in the comment section.